How to sell your Antigua property in 2026. What is working now? If you're thinking of selling your property in Antigua in the next 12 to 24 months, this is the video I wish every owner would watch before they call me. The worst thing you can do is list your property without actually understanding what today's buyers actually expect. The 2026 market is strong, but only for well-presented, well-priced homes. Buyers are more informed, more selective, and are comparing your property to far more options than ever before. So today, I'm breaking down what's actually happening in Antigua's resale market, the mistakes that sellers are making, and what you can do to get a faster, cleaner sale at the best possible price. The 2026 resale mood. Are things moving? A lot of Antigua sellers are surprised when their property doesn't move, and it's usually because they're treating today's market like it's still 2021. Based on what we're seeing at luxury locations and backed up by recent market commentary, a few clear trends have emerged. 1. Tight inventory at the mid-market, more choice at the very top. Well-priced, good condition villas in popular areas are still moving steadily. The sweet spot is that 2 to 4 bedroom homes with a pool, waterfront or view in a good location. 2. Buyers are more informed and more selective. With so much information online and more off-plan and branded options coming to the market, buyers compare aggressively on price, condition and rental potential. 3. Citizenship by investment and investment buyers are still active but picky. Citizenship by investment purchases are focusing on projects and resales that are properly documented in strong locations and easy to rent from day one. Number 4. The macro environment remains supportive. Antigua and Barbuda's economy has been growing, driven in large part by tourism and investment, which underpins buyer confidence. So no, this is not a list anything at any price and it will sell market, but it is very workable if you approach it professionally. Pricing strategy. Don't chase the market down. If your plan is to start high and see what happens, this is where most Antigua sellers lose time and leverage. The biggest mistake I see owners make is starting high just to see what happens. Here is the problem. The first 60 to 90 days on the market are when your listing is fresh and gets the most attention. If buyers and agents see an obviously overpriced property, they often don't bother viewing, or they use it as a comparison to justify buying something else. After several price reductions, the market assumes that there's something wrong with the property. Instead, I recommend 1. Anchor in real comparables. Your agent should show you recent closed sales in your area, active competing listings, adjustments for view, condition, bedroom count, pool, dock, etc. Decide your walkaway number, know your minimum acceptable net and structure your asking price sensibly around that, including room for negotiation and cost. Price to generate activity, not silence. A slightly sharper asking price that generates multiple interested parties often leads to a better net outcome than an inflated price with no viewings. Presentation. Your property is now a product. By the time a buyer ever steps foot in your Antigua property, they've already decided how they feel about it. In 2026, your buyer has probably seen hundreds of images on portals and social media. They've watched YouTube walkthroughs, maybe even mine, shortlisted only the properties that they feel are right before they ever land in Antigua. So your property needs to be a product, not just the house you've lived in for years. Key steps. Declutter and neutralize. Remove personal items, excess furniture and clutter, and aim for bright, calm, easy to imagine living there. Fix the obvious stuff. Peeling paint, broken handles, dripping taps, rusty railings. These kill first impressions and suggest deeper neglect. Stage for your target buyer. Is this a family home with views, a rental villa near the beach, a lock up and leave condo for quick trips? Dress it accordingly, especially outdoors, sun lounges, dining and shaded seating. Invest in strong visuals. At luxury locations, we insist on professional photography, drone footage, video walkthroughs, or even film pieces for special homes. Your online presence is your first and sometimes only chance to make someone fall in love. The buyer ready pack. What we love owners to do. This is something I wish every seller would do, especially if you're selling an older property. It doesn't just help the sale, it massively increases buyer confidence. Think of it as your buyer ready pack. The more of this you can prepare before we go live, the better. Recent service and maintenance history. AC servicing, pool maintenance records, roof checks, gutter clearing, any recent work on electrics or plumbing, the list of upgrades with dates and cost, new kitchen appliances, bathroom upgrades, sinks, taps, toilets, tiles, any new windows, doors, hurricane shutters, and even garden and landscaping improvements. The rental income story, historic rental income and occupancy, if it's already a rental, or realistic projected rental figures if it isn't currently rented, ideally based on comparable villas that we can share with the buyer. Inventory and inclusions, a clear list of furniture, appliances and items included in the sale. A note of anything specifically excluded such as artwork, sentimental pieces, vehicles, etc. Practical running costs, the average monthly utilities, electric, water, internet, property management and community fees if applicable, the insurance details, reports that de-risk an older home where possible, such as recent survey or structural reports, pest termite inspection, or septic or cistern checks. When a buyer walks into an older property and sees that it's beautifully presented and that we can hand them this pack, including real or even projected rental numbers, it really changes the whole feeling of the sale. Instead of what's wrong with it, they start thinking, this owner has really looked after the place and I can see how it performs as an investment. It speeds up due diligence, it reduces last minute wobbling, and quite often it helps us hold your price. And if you'd like us to look at your home and tell you exactly what to fix, what to stage, and what buyers will notice first, you can book a call with me using the link below. I'll give you a clear, no pressure plan to get your property fully market ready. Timing and strategy. When to list and how to work with your agent. When you list and how you work with your agent can make or break your final sale price. When to list, high season, roughly November to April, brings more eyes and in-person viewings. That said, serious buyers look year-round, especially investors and CBI clients. So the key is to list once you're truly ready on presentation and paperwork. Exclusivity versus open listing. A well-chosen exclusive agent can invest properly in the market, coordinate viewings, give you coherent feedback and strategy. Multiple open listings can sometimes lead to mixed messages and discounting as agents compete with each other instead of positioning the property properly. Communication. Agree up front how often you'll receive updates. Ask for honest feedback, not just they liked it. Be willing to respond to the market, whether that's a price adjustment or a cosmetic refresh. Paperwork and making the sales smooth. The smoother the process, the better your chance of holding your price. Before you list, try to have clear title and all necessary company or ownership documents ready. Up-to-date land surveys if required, a trusted local attorney already briefed to act for you, and clarity on any furnishings or vehicles included in the sale. You can see how this ties in with that buyer ready pack. When presentation and paperwork are organised, buyers feel safer, especially when they're looking at an older property that they don't fully understand yet. For foreign buyers, the fact that Antigua allows non-citizens to purchase with an alien landholding licence where required is a plus, but it adds steps and timelines that you and your agent should explain clearly from the outset. The next thing that many sellers start thinking about is how international buyers, especially CBI buyers, choose where to invest. So your perfect next step is this video. It walks you through the top performing areas CBI buyers are prioritizing, what they value most, and how location choice impacts both demand and resale potential. And if you'd like a realistic valuation or even a tailored selling strategy for your property, you can use the link below to book a call with me and the Luxury Locations team. See you in the next video.